Hi, David. This is Dora. It was nice talking to you earlier today. This is the video that I was talking about. And let's just start out real quick by looking at a Google search for flooring in Seattle, Washington. And as you can see, the top, it's almost always ads. So there's nothing to worry about there. What you would ideally want to be is in this map pack. And the reason that you want to be there is because most people will click on these just because they're fast and they're easy. So that's why you'd want to be in the map pack. And to get in there, all you need to do is make sure that your Google business page is completely updated and optimized. And then make sure you have as many citations as you can. There are a lot of directories out there that you could get your information into, and that would help you to show up in the map pack. So then we do have the organic search results down below. And right now, the top position is Flooring America in Seattle. So that's the one that I'll kind of compare it with just to kind of give you an idea of what you could pull in if you were in this slot. So let's start with your website. I love this picture of the little girl with the dog. That's really cute. So you've got, a lot of different sections that people can click on, once again, with nice pictures. I love that you've got your experience on here and then some of your projects. So one thing I would really recommend would be for you to have more content. Right now, in order to get onto the first page and stay there, with Google, you normally have to have about 1,500 words of content for your site. So when the crawlers go out, they don't only see if your content's relevant, but they also count the words. So that's what will help you to move up in Bella with your website, or in Google with your website, not Bella. And then another thing, I see that you've got your contact here, although I don't know if that's a phone number or if it's an email. So if it's not a phone number, a clickable phone number is nice. And then if you just had a small form right here for those people who hate the phone and want to see exactly what information you want, that's helpful for them as well. So let's look at the competition site, Flooring America. They've got some good pictures too. Their site is not any better than yours is. Honestly, I feel like yours is a bit more personable. It just looks, more like it's, just one guy to another kind of thing. So I don't think you have anything to worry about with this. They don't have much more content than you do. And if you were to do those 1,500 words, that would help you to move above them in the rankings. So then we also have a program that's called Ahrefs that we use, and it helps us to see what your site could use to help you move up in the ranks. Right now, your backlink profile, your domain rating, which is basically the power of your site, is a 7. And then your UR rating, which is the trust of your site, is an 8. And this is a really good ratio. You want to have pretty close to a 1-to-1 ratio between these two, and that will help you to rank on Google as well. If you have a whole bunch of one and not the other, it means that you're not balanced. So even though these numbers are not high, it's nice that they are very close as far as like the count goes. So there is backlinks that are super important for ranking, and I do see that you have 19 of them. So backlinks are just when somebody else puts a link to your site in whatever it is that they are posting, and it can be a directory or a blog or a post, whatever it might be. So looking at these backlinks, not all backlinks are created equal. You could just link to another page on your site, and then it's probably not going to be not going to help you much, just because linking from your site from one page to another is 0 power or low power to low power. So these ones right here is where you can tell 90, 87, 84, 78. These are great numbers for you. So that's good. I'm really glad that you have those. You probably will want more, and I will show you how to get some of those here in just a second. And then you've got some keywords, which is awesome as well. So Bella Floors, look at 700 people look for that every single month. And since you're in position number 8, you're pulling in about 27 contacts from that every month. So if you were able to get up in those top 3 or even top 5 position, that would go up for you and bring in more business. Same thing, Bella's Flooring, 90 people look for it every month. You're number 2, so you're pulling in about 16 from that. That's awesome. That's really great. So the ones that are related to Bella Flooring, you're doing really well on. So some of the ones you might want to work on a little bit and utilize would be, like the Flooring Seattle. Try to utilize that a bit more in your content, because 600 people look for that every month. And since you're 14th, you're only getting about 7. But as you can see, there is a ton of people searching every month. The volume is quite large. That would be very helpful to you, and it would help you to pull in more content if you were able to utilize those words. So I'm going to compare it just a bit with the competitor. So as you can see, there's quite a big gap in their trust and their power on their site. But they are ranking high enough, and I would imagine that that's because they have so many backlinks and they have so many keywords. So backlinks here. Once again, you can look at your competition's backlinks if there. You can use Ahrefs, or there are other programs out there as well. And then you just want to look at the ones that have the best power DR rating. And all you need to do is have somebody who can click into these and put your information in for you, or you can do it yourself, however it is that you'd like to do it. Now there's over 1,000 links, one thing that you want to keep in mind too is you only want the do follow links. So there's a few less of those, which is actually pretty helpful too. Just have somebody go in here, click on them, put your information in, and then they are your link as well. And that will help you to push above the competition. So they've got 310 keywords. So as you can see, Flooring Seattle, they're number 2 right now. So they're pulling in over 100 people that are contacting them every month about that. Seattle Flooring, they're number 2. They're pulling in 95. So once again, these search volumes are really high, and they are pulling in quite a lot of business because they are number 2, number 1, number 3. They've got really good numbers. So that's why they are pulling in more. So as you utilize your keywords a bit more and work a little bit on those backlinks and such, that will help you to move above them and be able to have some of that traffic as your own. I hope this was helpful for you, and I will follow up with you tomorrow. Have a great evening, Doug. Thanks.